Hello, this is Bob Baldwin, and I'm going to demonstrate today how you might want to utilize Operation Scheduler to schedule plug and abandon wells, specifically in this case in Colorado. So we've got a potential client that we're talking to about this, and we thought we'd demonstrate this to you in how we come up with a way to make this work very neat. So on the scheduler, we've got three different areas where we're having wells that are being plugged and abandoned. And we've got a rig, we got a tubing crew, a wireline crew, a coiled tubing crew, a casing crew, and a cement crew for the final cement job. And then we've got that same thing in other areas around, in this case, Colorado. So if I want to add a well that needs to be plugged and abandoned, I can do it a couple ways that are pretty cool. You just simply drag and drop the rig on here, and I want about 10 days to plug and abandon this well. I'm going to choose a well here. I'm just going to choose this 705H, and the job type is going to be plug and abandon. And if I like, I can also add this to our plug and abandon capital project. Let's just put 25 grand in here and say update. So now this well is scheduled to be plug and abandoned. So we've added some readiness flags here that make sense for plug and abandoning, which would be an AFE, a Form 6 that is approved, any site prep that needs to be done in case we need to do something to get a rig on there. Form 42, which is a Colorado form, lockout and tag out. So that we make sure people don't get hurt, and then a Form 17. So we're going to mark this as, let's say this AFE is completed, the Form 6 is completed, site prep is in progress, and the Form 42. Let's just say that much is ready to go. We can also take and add tasks to this. So we're going to choose, we created a template of tasks that are called plug and abandon tasks. And you can set this up for plug and abandon Colorado, plug and abandon Texas, plug and abandon Wyoming, wherever you want to set this up so the forms are different. So here we have, has the AFE been submitted? Well, we'll just throw in a date here and say that it was submitted on October 1st. And then we'll do that it was approved, let's say on October 15th, and so on down the line here. 10/16 for the Form 6, and let's do a 10/30 for the approval, and that, I think that's good enough for now. So then we can update this, and you can see our readiness flags got updated here to be started or not started. And then we'll take, and what we want to do is put in these crews so we can schedule different crews that are going to do work. Now, probably your tubing crew is just simply your workover rig, which could be this, but we thought it'd be important to go ahead and schedule when the tubing is going to be pulled. So let's just draw a time bar right here, and let's make this be the tubing crew. We don't have to worry about the capital project because that's stored in the main bar here. All right, then let's do a wireline crew. Let's do a coiled tubing crew. And we'll do a casing crew. And then we'll do a cementing crew. Okay, so now we've planned out multiple crews that need to be on site at different times for this particular plug and abandon job. And of course, we can take and slide these around however much we want to extend them. We can extend the amount of time required, which would then cause us to have to move these down the road a little bit. So, and then we can extend that one out. So this allows you to maintain this schedule in whatever fashion you see fit. Now, there would be another way to go ahead and add wells to this schedule. And that would be by using the bullpen. So in the bullpen, what we're going to have here, you can see we don't have any wells that are in a plug and abandon bullpen. So we're going to add some wells to this. Now let's just say that all these Andrew Jackson wells are going to be plug and abandoned. So I'm going to take and highlight those say plug and abandon, and I want to click this button to add them in. And then I want to do the same thing for casing crew. I want to do the same thing for the cement crew, and we're just going to do the same things down here. Coiled tubing. We already did plug and abandon, and then we'll do tubing, and then we'll do the wireline. Okay, so now we'll hide that window, and in here, we want to add this well to the plug and abandon job. So let's take this first well here. And the first thing I want to do is we're defaulting the number of days to 10. And what I can do is I can simply drag and drop this project, the plug and abandon project, right onto the schedule. And then I'm going to change the default days to 2 because I want these other projects to be default to 2. So we want to do the tubing crew next. We'll throw it on there, and then we'll do the wireline crew. We'll do the coiled tubing crew, and then we'll do the casing crew, and then the cement crew. So now we just simply dragged and dropped those schedules right onto the schedule here. So as I make sure that these are correct and get them lined up on the proper days, now we've got this one all scheduled out, ready to go. And we can take and go to the main one here and update its readiness as well. And we maybe have some of these in progress and not started on some of those. We'll say the Form 17 is in progress. And we're going to also add the plug and abandon tasks here, which then we could go ahead and put dates when they're completed here, just the same way as the other one. Okay, so that's how we would suggest having a way to maintain a schedule that makes good sense, and you're able to look at these and look and see if you've got any conflicts, because you may only have one wireline crew here, and so you want to make sure there's no conflicts like there is right here. If there's multiple crews, it's not a big deal, but if you want to make sure that you're not conflicting with any other crews, then you just make sure you're not scheduling them during the same days. All right, then there was one other thing I can show you, and that is the fact that we've got a report that shows you the tasks that are completed. And we'll make this available to pull up in multiple different places, but you can see the dates that we put into this particular one here, and it allows you to see some pretty nifty things so you can know what needs to be still completed. So that's my demo. Thank you for watching. Catch you later.